complex story that revolves around the struggle for land and identity between the Israelis and the Palestinians. At the end of the 19th century, both the Jewish and Arab communities in the region were seeking self-governance and the affirmation of their distinct cultural identities. This led to heightened tensions and animosity. The Balfour Declaration, issued in 1917, was intended to support the establishment of a Jewish national homeland. However, its ambiguous language and lack of clear boundaries caused confusion and deepened the existing mistrust between the two communities. The declaration was perceived differently by the Zionist movement and the Palestinian community, leading to a further increase in hostilities and conflicts. The United Nations Partition Plan for Palestine, proposed in 1947, was an international effort to resolve the ongoing conflict between Jewish and Arab communities in the region. The plan suggested dividing the land of Palestine into separate Jewish and Arab states, with Jerusalem being placed under international administration. The aim was to establish peaceful coexistence between the two groups and to bring an end to the violent and tumultuous situation that had been escalating for decades. However, the implementation of the plan faced significant challenges right from the start. Both the Jewish and Arab leadership rejected certain aspects of the plan, leading to an escalation of tensions and violence. The Arab leadership believed that the plan favored the Jewish population, while the Jewish leadership, although accepting the plan in principle, was also dissatisfied with certain aspects, particularly the proposed boundaries and the distribution of land. As a result of this dissatisfaction and the mounting tensions, the 1947 to 1949 Palestine War ensued. This war witnessed widespread violence, with both sides engaging in armed conflict and reprisals, leading to considerable bloodshed and loss of life. The war also triggered a massive wave of displacement, with hundreds of thousands of Palestinians fleeing or being expelled from their homes, and a significant number of Jewish people facing similar fates in Arab countries. The consequences of the war were far-reaching and deeply impactful. It not only solidified animosity and bitterness between the two communities but also significantly altered the demographics and geography of the region. Many Palestinian refugees were unable to return to their homes, leading to the establishment of Palestinian refugee camps that still exist today. Moreover, the war solidified the distrust between the two sides, making subsequent attempts at peace even more challenging. While the Oslo Accords of the 1990s marked a significant step towards a two-state solution, several critical matters remained unresolved, including the status of Jerusalem, Israeli settlements, borders, security, water rights, Palestinian freedom of movement, and the Palestinian right of return. The violence in the region has not only had devastating effects on human lives but has also hampered tourism and general access to historically and culturally significant sites. Efforts to find a solution have predominantly revolved around the idea of establishing an independent Palestinian state alongside Israel. However, the support for this two-state solution has dwindled over the years, both among Israeli Jews and Palestinians. A considerable portion of Israeli Jews prefer maintaining the status quo, with only a minority supporting a two-state solution. On the other hand, many Palestinians have lost faith in the practicality of a two-state solution due to the expansion of Israeli settlements and endorse armed attacks against Israelis as a means of ending the occupation. The conflict has led to a deep-seated mutual distrust and significant disagreements on fundamental issues, with skepticism about each side's commitment to upholding obligations in a potential bilateral agreement. The internal dynamics within both Israeli and Palestinian societies have added further complexities to the peace process. The Palestinian side has been plagued by internal conflict between Fatah and Hamas, while the Israeli side has experienced political turmoil due to inconclusive legislative elections. Amidst this challenging landscape, negotiations are facilitated by various international actors, including the Quartet on the Middle East, comprising the United Nations, the United States, Russia, and the European Union. The Arab League, Egypt, and Jordan also play significant roles, with Jordan having relinquished its territorial claim over the West Bank to the Palestinians and having signed a peace treaty with Israel. The Hashemite royal family of Jordan has custodianship over Muslim holy sites in Jerusalem, adding another layer of complexity to the negotiations. Despite numerous attempts at peace talks and negotiations, conflict has persisted, leading to several outbreaks of violence between Hamas and Israel.